Hey, Body by Dre and May Tribe. What's going on? This is your girl, Drea. And I just wanted to drop a video today to give Mayhem a break as he's been doing a wonderful job being a dope, supportive, and great husband. Um, wow, I'm going through my recovery of my laparoscopic myomectomy surgery that I had on Friday to remove my big old fibroid. It is finally out, y'all, and I am on the road to recovery. So I'm probably looking a little bit tired, a little bit drained because I am doing what I'm supposed to do, taking my pain medication, walking every 2 to 3 hours, getting plenty of rest, plenty of fluids, moving my bowels. Yes, I know that sounds nasty, too much TMI, but it's the truth. Just getting up and just recovering, holding my stomach while going to the bathroom. So as you guys may know, in our first video, I talked about having fibroids, and fibroids is pretty much a benign tumor that grows within women's uterus between the childbearing ages between 30 to 50. So that's premenopausal age. Me being 34 years young, have taken birth control and trying not to abuse my body too much. Somehow I became a victim of having fibroids, which is not a cool thing because I had the submucous fibroid, which was on my endometriosis lining. So every month for 2 years, I had experienced heavy periods. So when I mean heavy periods, symptoms of heavy bleeding, to the point I had to wear Depends. I don't have my Depends on me. Yes, Depends, like, in which you think your grandmother wear. I had to wear them because when I would stand up, my flow was so heavy that the blood will literally run through all my clothes, all my sheets on my bed into a puddle. Once again, TMI, but that's life, right? So if you experience that signs, you might have fibroid issues. Weight gain. What else with fibroids? Depression, anxiety, anemic. I became anemic also, so I had to go to the doctor, get some iron supplements prescribed to me, to the point I have to take them twice a day. I also have hypothyroid. And mind you, I'm this girl, this woman, this black woman who is active. I've been active since the age of 4 from ballet, jazz, and tap. I played basketball. I ran track in college. Always been between 135, 145 was the heaviest I ever been to now. Suffering with this disease. Despite, I was going to the gym 6 times a week with Mayhem, and I took a week off before my surgery just to get things settled because we're also moving down south, trying to get my house in order. Thank God. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Josie for flying up and helping us, pack, and really just being that motherly figure to me and May during this time. So I just wanted to talk about just the journey of having my fibroids out. Yes, I'm going through pain. Yes, I may not look like the cutest thing walking on the face of the earth right now, but I'm just glad that I'm on the road to recovery. So when I got my fibroid out Friday, it was pretty much like a 5-hour procedure. Even though it was one fibroid, it was a huge fibroid, and I'll go back to Dr. Brown at Mass General in Boston. So shout out to Dr. Brown and the fibroid team. And this the Mass General team that, assisted me during this process. They were so amazing. I was so nervous because I never had major surgery. The only surgery I really had was I had cut my foot when I was like 5 years old, like tumbling on my parents' bed, and I kicked my foot out a window and had to get stitches. But I never had to go under any anesthesia, to the point I was put to sleep. I was so nervous, y'all. Like, I was put to sleep. They put a tube down my throat, put a catheter in. I was like, okay, hold up. All this other stuff. And So I was asleep. I didn't feel anything, but everyone was so welcoming, so professional. Like I said, Dr. Brown reassured me that I was gonna do fine. He told Charles, aka May, and my mom that I'm recovering well, and that I didn't have a lot of bleeding, and that, you know, my period that's gonna come up soon, I'm gonna hate him. And he told me that because of, you know, they had to cut and put sutures into my uterus. So the reason why I'm doing this video, I want to stress a point to all the women out there who, especially who are my sisters, my African American sisters, because they said we are affected the most with fibroids. They said usually 80 to 90% of us within that 30 to 50 year range will be affected with fibroid or fibroids, because some people have multiple fibroids. They have to get taken out. Fortunately, only had one big one. I think I had shrunk my other one just through my diet. I make sure that I eat a clean diet. Yes, I have a sweet tooth. Yes, I like candy. I like you know, like ice cream and stuff. But I had to also check my sugar intake, because sugar is like one molecule away from crack. Isn't that crazy, right? So you have to make sure that you're eating clean, you're getting your workouts in, making sure you're going to the doctor, making sure you're getting your going to your primary care, you know, getting your thyroid checked, getting your hormones checked, because a lot of times too, when we take birth control, we're pumping a lot of hormones into our bodies through birth control. When we're eating chicken, especially if it's not organic or cage-free chicken, when we just eat regular chicken, we're pumping a lot of hormones in our bodies, and other and GMO foods. You don't know what they put in these foods. So I would suggest, if you can, spend a little bit more money in buying quality foods. Or if you can grow your foods, I would suggest that as well, because that's so important. Because we don't know what the government is putting our foods in. The pill is probably either going to make you sicker or it's not going to solve your problem. I usually try to do the herbs. I usually try to, like, you know, do like yoni steaming. I try to do things holistically first before going to the doctor. If I just cannot take the pain, then yes, I'm going to see a regular traditional medical doctor for my needs. And I know a lot of women, especially black women, we don't like to go to a doctor because we do, as black people, have a trust-mistrust relationship with medical professionals. Just even with Tuskegee experiment, the syphilis experiment, to all the way to Henrietta Lacks, the movie that Oprah's doing, where she died from cervical cancer, and they pretty much stole her cells, and it's still being replicated throughout the world. And she died like in the 60s in Baltimore, Maryland. And you guys will watch the movie. Make sure you check that out. I think it's coming out April 22nd. So going back to just taking care of ourselves, making sure we're eating clean, making sure we're going to, you know, the doctor, making sure we're also checking in with ourselves, making sure we're loving ourselves, and, you know, we're caring for ourselves and not internalizing people's BS or the job's BS, or, you know, surround ourselves with negativity. Make sure it's not all about what you eat or what you ingest. It's all about, too, what your eyeballs are looking at every day on TV, what your mind is processing, you know, like the food, TV, radio, podcasts, blogs. Check what you're watching, because those things affect you internally. Like I mentioned in my blogs at Brown Girl from Boston, I worked a highly stressful job in which I was dealing with racism, ageism, every ism you can think about, because I was 30, a black woman, and I was a director of an agency. And my boss that was above me, she really did not like who I was as a black woman, as a woman of my age, and just with the education background that I had. And I internalized her BS and not truly having that understanding or overstanding that was a her issue with me, but it was like either I had to go or she had to go. So I, had to pretty much leave my job, but it was under circumstances in which I had got really sick, and I was sticking it out because I'm like, oh, I'm this educated, strong black woman. I gotta stick out this job because I'm making this good money. And you know how that goes, right? But I also compromised my health, compromised my happiness just to save face. But at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. But I'm glad that taught me a lesson, because now, being a full entrepreneur, being a life coach, helping people build their brands and their businesses, and helping people get their bodies, women get their bodies together, and, helping advocate for, appropriate health care, advocating for women to go to the doctor, or just using herbs. Those are the things I really truly care about, because I've been there. So I just want to encourage everyone who's watching this video is to make sure that you're eating clean, you're going to go work out. I don't care if you go and take a walk 30 minutes a day. Move your body. That's important, to move your body. Don't be a couch potato. It's important to read uplifting information. It's important to laugh, to smile, to get all the minerals you can. So taking vitamin D, taking let's say a one a day, taking really good quality supplemental herbs. That's gonna help you balance out your hormones, get that depression out your system, anxiety, because I was dealing with night tremors like nobody's tomorrow, waking up thinking, oh my God, it's impending doom, the world's gonna end before my surgery. I'm having depression, which I was just like boo-hoo crying at the drop of a hat. And usually I'm very thick-skinned, but just crying, just like someone looked at me crazy, or they said something to me so crazy, and I'm like boo-hoo crying. So dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, dealing with, oh my God, I'm not good enough. And so many people saying, yo, you're dope, but you're like, yo, I'm not good enough. Running two businesses, being a wife, being Andrea, being a daughter, being all these people. And I was just so exhausted at the end of the day, because this fibroid and my thyroid was taking the life out of me. But I'm glad that, May got me back into the gym, and we was working out 6 days a week. That really helped me to, chill out on the depression, to chill out on the anxiety. Even with my night tremors, I didn't get so many, because I had to really do a lot of self-talk. I had to listen to meditative, tapes and YouTube videos before going to bed, to really just visualize me being the best version that I am. So now I'm on the road to recovery. I'm sitting up while May and my mom is at the grocery store. I snuck in, did this video, so he's gonna be like, what, you did a video? I told you not to do one till next week. I'm gonna check in with you guys next week to let you know how I'm feeling. So, I'm still doing my walking. I'm taking it easy. I say my affirmations like I'm becoming the best version of myself. I'm on the road to healing and holistic health. And I forgot my other affirmation, but those are the two I say to myself, like this. I am is progress over perfection, right? It is, because I could freak out, and I'm not going to show you guys my little cuts, because they did 4 incisions. Not going to show you guys that, because that's very personal, but they hurt like hell. So I had to hold my stomach. But at the end of the day, I'm making sure that I'm saying these affirmations, and I'm smiling, I'm laughing, instead of sitting here like, oh my God, woe is me, because I'm not going to heal any quicker if I focus on my pain, if I focus on quote unquote my perfectionism, because I am a recovery perfectionist, but it's all about progress. And I could focus on, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and pack my boxes and my bags, because we're moving. Mayhem and I, we're moving the 28th of April. We're pretty much taking a road trip down south, so that's gonna be a 17-hour drive. So with our cat Shy, which is over there sleeping. But I just want to give a major shout out to everyone who wished us well, who sent prayers, who sent you know, who just shared a kind word to us during this tough, difficult process, because it wasn't easy. But you know, thank God that I made it out. I'm here to share this video, share my testimony, and like I said, I'll be checking in and giving you updates on my healing. And like I said, any ladies that's out there that's part of the Body by Dre and May tribe who is suffering from fibroids and your doctor's pushing hysterectomies, no, do not go for the hysterectomies. There's other options out there for you. That's why I went with the myomectomy, because we don't have children yet, and when you do the myomectomy, they preserve your fertility. So you have questions or you stuck, please, please, please drop a comment or email us, and I'm going to leave all that in the description box. Make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video, it's very important, and make sure you subscribe to the Body by Dre and May YouTube page. So much love and light to you guys. Peace.